All right. All right, we're live. We're live. Hey, it's your boy Big here. Man, I need to shave. And this is the Leaders League Crime Show. Just you, my co-host, the ever beautiful Emma, is on the line, also joining us on our new time and new day that works out for both of us, so that we can continue to come to you and excuse me, talk to you about FutureNet. Emma, you out there? What time is it over there now, by the way? This works out so much better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock here, but I was finding that at the old time, I've got children, I'm a mama, I'm one of those mamas, so I was having to pick the kids up off the bus at 4 o'clock, so I was trying to run down and run back, and it was chaos and it was crazy, and summer holidays just finished for us, so probably the same for you. So yeah, this is much better for me. Sorry guys.
Awesome.
But, you know.
Yeah, and, yeah, and one of the things we're trying to do, again, these are always recorded, but what we thought we'd do is, for those of you that are watching this on a recording, what we're going to do is we're going to talk all about FutureNet and FutureAdPro and how Emma and I are actually leveraging those with other businesses and vice versa. And we thought what we'd also do is introduce you to the concept on today's show about why we originally got into FutureNet and FutureAdPro, why this show was originally put together, and how we're actually going to make changes. One of them was a day and a time change. And again, remember, this show is going to start to focus more on being able to help you bring other people into FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and leverage it for future business opportunities. But we're also going to be introducing some new concepts. We'll talk about that in a little bit, and a new way of training people privately on sessions that won't be recorded in times that are going to be more conducive to people already in FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and we'll do more of a live Q&A session. So we're going to approach this differently. The Prime Show is going to change. It will change its branding. It will change how it's delivered. And it really is going to be more of an introduction to FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and how you leverage those. And then from that, we're going to have offshoots of live training for people in those programs, so that they can do Q&As with us, and we can share a lot more of our back office live and show you exactly how we leverage FutureNet, FutureAdPro. So a lot of changes coming, because we want you to be able to build your future, to take business opportunities, to work them in with FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and continue to build a business, not just one offer. So I think that pretty much covers my notes on where we're headed. Emma, maybe you want to kind of, polish it up there, since that was a little rough.
Yeah, we've been talking to you guys. I know that Bigg put out a bit of a post last week in the group, just asking who was still with us. Really, we've undergone quite a lot of a change over the last few months. I know I've noticed it, Bigg noticed it, everybody else has noticed it. So it's about time that we didn't just take FutureNet and bring it back into focus, but we rejuvenized the whole group, really. Now, I know that lots of people have been messaging me and asking not only how can they use FutureNet, I know we cover that all of the time, every week we cover the same things. So it really becomes about you guys again, and it becomes about rounding that out, looking at ways that we can use the business for other opportunities that we're in, because basically it's a traffic business. That's the nature of the business that we're in. So we're just going back to basics, and we're FutureNet on its own. We're going to use FutureNet, but we're going to be moving more towards looking at marketing as a whole. We're going to give you lots of information on lots of different things that we do every day, the things that we do to grow our businesses, the things that we do to teach ourselves and educate ourselves, and the things that we do to teach and educate our teams as well, so that you can start to develop yourself as leaders, so that you can start to step forward and build your businesses and really make it work for you. And that's where we want to go with it, guys. We want to make it that power team that it was supposed to be at the beginning, so that we can smash through and start building some businesses for you guys, because we feel responsibility for you guys. You're our team, you're our people. We love you all to death. We know you all personally. We talk to you all the time. We're a really solid team, so it's time for us to step up, take that next step, and make it all about building your businesses. So that's the way that we're going, and that's what we've decided to do.
Boom! Actually, you hit the nail on the head, Em. It's totally true. What we're going to do is we're going to basically take a two-pronged approach. We're going to have the regular show here, which is going to give you an opportunity to have people come on and learn about FutureNet, FutureAdPro, looking more toward just a straight infomercial, if you will. We'll start to bring back on, just like our other shows, bring back on members so they can talk about their experience. And use this as a marketing tool for you to leverage. Then once the group is revitalized, we're going, like I said, these live trainings at different times so more people can get on, do Q&A, and we're going to actually go into the nitty-gritty to have you leverage what you already have. Many of you already have a matrix position. You've purchased, okay, the ability to tap into FutureNet for the matrix system, therefore the momentum system and video marketing, all these things. And what we're finding in a lot of the feedback is that people aren't using those tools because the truth is they don't know how. And we have to ask you, when you bought into this, you really should understand what you got for your money, because they are powerful tools. And so we're going to talk a lot about that today. Both Emma and myself are going to share our back offices, not only in FutureNet, but FutureAdPro. And she hit the nail on the head. What it really comes down to is marketing and more traffic to your offers. And so really understanding that FutureNet and FutureAdPro are tools to get your message in front of more and more people. And people have lost sight of that. If you're focused only on the commissions and only on the matrix and all, and you're mad because you're not signing people up, or you felt you didn't get, you know, commissions on the back end, all, you lost sight of why you got into FutureNet and FutureAdPro in the first place. It should really be about growing and leveraging your business. And that's what we figured out in the feedback we are getting from people. We felt people were kind of orphaned, stranded. We don't know or care whose fault it is. Emma said that. We're going to pick up the pieces. We're going to rejuvenate the group. We're going to rename it, rebrand it, refocus it, okay? Re-release funnels, things like that, that you all can use to continue to build your team. In the interim, one of the greatest ways to leverage your current position is to learn, implement, and then teach. It's an old adage called LIT, L-I-T, learn, teach. That's what Emma and I decided we're going to continue to do. As we said, whether you're on our team directly or not, we're going to pound home the fact that FutureNet, FutureAdPro is a great program. But if you don't learn how to leverage it with other programs and build a business, you're going to continue to find yourself frustrated. So what we thought we'd do today, was that a good setup, Emma? Is actually, let's go in and explain what you purchased when you gave your money to FutureNet, and how you need to go back in and start to learn, implement, and then teach to your downline, your people that trusted you coming into this program. And what we're going to cover today is FutureNet, the momentum system, what exactly it was that you purchased when you purchased into the matrix or the tree. And then we'll also flip over and talk about FutureAdPro and why that was complementary to FutureNet, and what you purchase there when you purchase ad packs, and how you go about leveraging those and taking advantage to, guess what? Drive traffic and eyeballs to your offers. It's very methodical, and so we're going to start to focus more on that. And then, as I said, we'll have separate Q&A, live interactive sessions, probably, you know, twice a week, at times that are more conducive to people here in the US, people in the UK, et cetera, et cetera. And those are going to be fun, but those will not be recorded, because those will be live interactive sessions to work one-on-one with the people inside that group. So on that note, Emma, go ahead. I know you started to say something.
I was just going to say, Bigg. Well, no, I was trying. I was holding myself back. Keep getting told to talk too much. So, yeah, all I was going to say is, I know that when we started this whole thing, there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of comments backwards and forwards to Bigg and myself about the fact that people wanted prime training for royal status, and it didn't really quite happen. Moved on and things happened, and it kind of went by the wayside. And I didn't have enough experience when I picked up this group. When I started interacting and doing these hangouts, there were things that were just far beyond me. These boys dragged me in, kicking and screaming, and I've learned a lot over the last few months. But I just didn't have the knowledge or the experience then. So what we are not saying is that you have to be royal to do these trainings with us. That is not the case at all. This is not where we're going with these sessions. We're going to fulfill the promise. You are going to get additional training if you are a royal member. However, but we want the whole team to participate. If you've got a will and you've got a desire to learn, you are more than welcome. Everybody can join in. We're a team and we're going to smash this together. So I just wanted to make sure that people understood that we were fulfilling our promises. We're going to take them there. But, we all have to learn in these things. And sometimes, people just don't have the information to give you, and it can be a bit of a struggle. But for the last few months, and Bigg's obviously Mr. Machine there, so he's gonna pick up some of the slack as well, and between us you're going to get the training that you guys really need and want. So that was all I wanted to say. But
absolutely. So what it comes down to is, as Emma said, ultimately what you want to do is, within FutureNet, is take advantage of the matrix system. But again, you're not buying into a commission. You're buying into services that are going to help you leverage your business. And if you're not looking at that word leverage or that word business, then, again, you're just a program hopper and you're moving from one to the other. But what we're saying is, if you're already in this program and you've kind of fallen by the wayside because you really wanted someone to hold your hand the whole way, that's not what we're going to do also. Remember, again, we're going to be much more interactive. We're going to share our back offices live on those training programs, but we are still going to have you focus on those three things: learning, implementing. See, again, that's the hardest part we found. Okay, when we talk to people, Em and myself, a lot of people aren't implementing things. They sit back. And then once you learn, just like Emma touched on it, okay, having no knowledge, kicking and screaming. She's absolutely right. I dragged her kicking and screaming. We're looking for that also. And she's going to tell you from a testament herself that until you start to implement it and then teach what you learn, and you can be like she just talked about, where, hey, I don't know everything, but I do know this. Let me share it. That's what those interactive groups are going to be more like, that training. We're going to share what we know. And then guess what? If you have something that you've learned that you think is fantastic, you're going to be able to share that also. And so everyone can basically take notes, implement that right away, and then go teach that concept to their people.
We're going to be a mastermind group, guys. We're going to be a mastermind group.
Absolutely. So as we said, we're looking at starting next week. And in fact, over the weekend, you're going to see changes to the group going from Prime, because again, we want the focus to be on leveraging all of FutureNet and FutureAdPro as a business, okay, to leverage all your future business opportunities together and really utilizing it for its purpose. What it was created for is just that. Get more people in your connections, get more eyeballs on your offer, and learn how to leverage, okay, paid traffic. That's what FutureAdPro. Learn how to leverage free traffic to FutureNet, learn how to leverage paid traffic to FutureAdPro, but then also learn how to leverage other opportunities to leverage and cycle back into FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and create this again, business, okay, that's self-sustaining by you continuing to prime the pump and add fuel. And the fuel is always, for any business, it doesn't matter what you're selling, it's traffic, traffic, traffic. So what we'll do, Emma, on that note, now that we've said, so look for the changes in the group, look for the rebranding, the renaming, again, the whole Future Biz Op, we're going to basically push it there. All of you are going to gain from it. We are still going to have a show that is going to be very sales oriented, if you will, about FutureNet, FutureAdPro itself. But then we want people to come into the group, and the group is really about leveraging those opportunities, because once you bring someone into the group, Okay, it's your job as the person that brought them in to keep them informed. If that means hooking them up, getting them into the trainings, all those things, then that's your job. We'll continue to do is put more and more information out there, make it more interactive, but it's your job because you're the one who's eventually going to get paid, not Emma and myself. We're doing this because we truly believe that FutureNet, FutureAdPro are powerful if you learn how to leverage them. Am I correct, Emma?
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely. Okay, so do you mind if I share my screen? I'm dying to get stuck in.
Man, see, Emma's an exhibitionist, so she just wants to show her stuff all the time. No, that's all right. So what we thought
I've been working hard, man. I'm like, you ought to have seen me. I've been figuring it all out. I've got stuff to teach them. It's all about new stuff, guys. That's what we don't want to just keep giving you the same old every week. It's still going to be based around FutureNet, FutureAdPro, but it's bringing in the new. Bringing in the new stuff too.
So Emma, let's just recap real quick what we're going to cover for you in the next 45 minutes. All right, we're going to basically open up our back office in FutureNet. We're going to show you that. We're going to show you how we're leveraging it. We're going to show you how you basically create and utilize the momentum system, which is what you paid for. All right, we're going to show you some tips, tricks, and strategies on leveraging other offers through FutureNet to get people in the front door. On the back door, we'll then go into FutureAdPro, show you how you leverage that, show you some quick copywriting skills, and a lot of that will be covered because it really comes down to that, having your message stand out, getting people to basically click through, and then how do you capture their attention long enough to understand how you leverage FutureAdPro with other low cost or free traffic sources. Again, you're going to have to make a decision here. We're going to show you what we're doing. Whether or not you choose to do that is entirely up to you. What we're going to say is if there's anything that we talk about today that you're interested, you can always reach out to us. But what we're always going to say on the back end is that if you have someone that brought you in, you should speak to them, but always reach out to us about anything we talked about today. And again, you guys know Emma and myself, we're always ethically upfront about everything, and we'll basically steer you in the right direction. So on that note, let's go ahead, Emma, and let's have them open up the back office, yours. Let's have them see what we've been working on as far as the momentum system and all like that. Go ahead. And this is, again, a ton of work done by Emma. And again, a lot of the other stuff will start to show in the next couple of days here on the rebranding, things like that. And we're doing it all for you guys. We're doing it all for you. Again, whether you've signed up with us or not, whether you're on our team or not, if you're in FutureNet, FutureAdPro, we think you deserve to learn how to, guess what? Implement all of it, and eventually you also teach it. Go ahead, Emma.
Okay, so I'm just really quickly, I know we've run over it before, but I'm just really quickly going to show you the standard way that I use FutureNet every day of the week, and that is with posting. So I am getting an absolutely insane amount of traffic at the moment from my Facebook and from my FutureNet boards because I've further refined the way I'm posting, guys. If you are friends with me on Facebook, feel free to add me as a friend on Facebook. I've had a few guys this week that I've added out of the group and they've said, oh, thank you for adding. I'm like, no, just add. Us guys are more than happy for you to be our friends and to learn from us and to, you know, go on our boards and share the things that we're doing. So you'll see on my boards that I've been doing a massive self-development work over the last few weeks. So the nature of my posts have kind of changed. They've still remained exactly true to who I am and where I've been all the way along, but they've kind of refined a little bit. And the way I'm posting it has changed, and it's resulted in massive engagement, really. So I am always posting with a rule of 80-20. So you will find that 80% of my posts are posts about me, my life, motivational posts, things that I'm doing, people that I've been speaking to, and then probably only 20% of my posts are actually direct business, salesy, pitchy style posts. And if you're going to engage with people, and if you're going to really connect with people, talk to people and make relationships with people, because that's what we're trying to do with these programs, guys. We're trying to connect and talk to people and build relationships. It's really, really important that you get that right. million times, so I'm just going to give you a quick look at the sort of things I post. So this one is quite salesy, and it's got all of the different opportunities and just an explanation of what I'm doing, so that people can get an idea. With,
yeah, no, Emma, stay on that one for a second.
Yeah.
All right? Stay on that one for a second.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to click so it stays on that. All right.
Okay. Can
so
you see
while I'm talking, now, yes, yep, I got it. Yeah, there you go. One of the things we want you to notice, all right, is we're not saying that your post shouldn't be salesy, but keep it to the 20% rule. And here's the reason why. Because people get advertising blindness. If all they ever see from you, and this is the thing that drives us crazy in FutureNet, and this is why Facebook hates it, and they put people in jail, Facebook jail, is because they don't want it all to be about sales. But when you do, take advantage, like Emma has talked about here, okay, she has basically combined and showing people how she leverages all of her businesses together, how they're complementary. But you'll notice that it's not just a link. There is a story weaved into the multiple links, and she's getting people to interact because she's asking a question as well. Now, one of the main things that we're telling people, continue to be consistent. Don't get frustrated if at first, over the first month or whatever, you have no interaction, okay? And suddenly you fall back into that old way of just spamming your link. The reason you have no interaction is because you're retraining your audience. You're retraining your audience. Remember, if all you've been doing is spamming links and all like that, they're not used to this new interactive approach. But we can tell you, both of us can tell you, it works. And we're not saying
especially
that
if you weave in a story, and putting your links in with a bit of a story. Yep. I mean, this is in a nutshell. This isn't me putting just a list of my links. This is me telling a story, telling them what I'm doing and why, telling them who I am and what I'm about, and really telling them that I'm picking programs to go together to create a whole business and a whole picture. And then you're not just spamming one link, then you're telling them a story and giving them information about who you are and why you've chosen the programs that you've chosen, and that there's reason and logic behind that. And that's what people want. They want reason and logic and cold, hard facts sometimes as to why, you know, what your why is and why you're doing it and why they should. That's really important, why they should.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna reiterate once again that yes, FutureNet is geared more toward business, but the same thing holds true. People don't care about what you know until they find out that you care, period. See, and that's what we're saying. All of you definitely should have multiple businesses. You should be looking at, though, how those businesses complement each other, okay? Complement each other. And then you're going to, as Emma said, you're going to weave a story and have people understand that you're looking at your business as a business and the reason why. And it's not because it pays the highest commission or whatever. That's what people are looking for. They're looking to be educated, okay, on how they can have a real business. And we talk all about it. Many times you have multiple sources of income or multiple programs because one may go under, et cetera, et cetera. That's only part of it. The other reason you should have multiple sources of income is because, like any business, okay, you should have a diversified portfolio that complements each other. If you have
and they all
way
teach
too much
skills.
Yep.
They all teach different skills. So for instance, we nearly all of us use Power Lead System. We're all used to Power Lead System. We've used it through several of the things that we've done as a team. So we know that through Power Lead System, we can capture leads, we can create sales pages, lead capture pages. We know that in the background, there's an absolutely incredible training system. So that's one part of it. We know that if we use that ourselves with our business, that we can teach our guys, get them in the training session, training center in the back, and we know that if we're pointing them in the direction of Power Lead System, then they're going to get value out of it. So then it becomes a useful tool to complement FutureNet and FutureAdPro. It's all about complementing each other and making sure that people are learning and getting as much out of these programs as they can possibly get in return for their time, because everybody wants to earn money and everybody wants to get knowledge. So we need to make sure we're using our time really, really wisely.
Absolutely. And Emma, we'll let you go on. So let's basically stick a pin in this part. But no matter what is showing up, we're not saying that you need to sign up for those programs she's showing you. We're just basically saying that the reason that things are done this certain way is because they do complement each other. If you already have an existing program, rather than just let it wither and die to the side, we're going to basically show you how you leverage FutureNet and FutureAdPro to maybe pump some life back into those if that program actually makes sense in your marketing and business plan. So go ahead, Emma.
Yeah, so you'll notice with this one, it's not salesy at all. This is information. This is motivational. This is information for people. It's a lot to do. A lot of my posts are to do with the self-development that I've been doing. Now, this is one thing that I wanted to show you in how I've changed my posts a little bit. A lot of you will notice I've started putting this at the bottom. Feel free to share this post if you think it could help another on their journey. You would be shocked how many people are commenting, liking and sharing my post just because I put that thought in their head. They've never thought of sharing the post before, but when you prompt them to do it, it's incredible how many people will share it. And that will then get you exposure again, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on here, they'll recommend it on here, or they'll share it on Facebook. The same with Instagram and Twitter. You'll get more likes, you'll get a lot more interaction if you put the thought into their head, because people need a prompt sometimes. And this stuff really works because, I mean, I'm getting comments and I'm getting likes on all of my posts. There's very little that I post now where I don't get some sort of interaction. Not all with sales links. They're all, you know, they're all based around the journey, around the things that people need to learn and the things that they, you know, the things that they're interested in. So it's just about doing that really, and really making sure that your walls are showing you to your best effect and the things that you're promoting to your best effect, so that it's not just, like we've said before, spamming a link. So I think, you know, we've covered the boards millions and millions of times. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on it. I just wanted to show you a few of the posts and a few of the things that you should be doing. As long as you're remembering to weave your stories and do 80-20, then you're going to find a lot of improvement, an awful lot of improvement, and making sure that your profiles are set up correctly as well, with, you know, with pictures of you on them. And I'm playing with a few different things on my headers at the moment. I'm experimenting with pictures of my kids and things on there as well, just to see whether the motivational quotes work better or whether a family picture works better for engagement. And as I find out the results, I will let you know, but it's things that I'm playing with at the minute, because we're constantly developing and changing and tweaking our businesses to get the best effect. That's what it's all about. It's all about trial and error with these things.
Yeah, absolutely. And Emma, again, a lot of that we're going to start sharing only on those interactive Q&A sessions. And we'll show you basically things that we're doing, trying, experimenting. And we're not saying you replicate and duplicate. That's different. That's the marketing systems. When it comes to FutureNet, Facebook, Instagram, all those, you really need to start to put in the work to stand out, to be original. And as Emma said, if other people want to share your stuff, it's because it is original. And part of that, you know, Emma does, myself. Is it work? Absolutely. But you have to ask yourself, you know, what's your why? Why are you wanting this type of business? And if you're not willing to put in the work, then again, just stop, because it is going to require work. One of the things that we're going to continue to go over in this new group and all like that is that this is not a push button system. What we've realized and why we're seeing success is because we're willing to put in the work and be much more creative. And you don't have to be an artistic person or anything like that. Just, again, have people start to understand more about you as a person and why you're doing what you're doing. And then you're going to weave in that this business is helping you do it. But it does require work, right, Emma? It does require work.
It requires a lot of work. And the thing is, we're not going to feed you any crap, guys. You know, if you're in this business and you just expect to spam your link once or twice a day on Facebook and you expect to be earning hundreds and thousands of pounds, you're in the wrong, completely, the wrong group, B, the wrong opportunity, and C, the wrong industry. You need to just go and get yourself a job if that's all you're going to do, because this requires some sort of thought process behind it and some sort of drive and desire to do well. You have to really want to do it. If you don't want if you don't want to do it and you don't enjoy what you're doing, then you're not going to get anywhere. And it doesn't matter how much money you spend if you're not interested in learning the techniques and then putting into action the things that we're teaching you, then you're just never going to be successful. And there's no way that anybody could ever tell you that you are. So there comes a time where you have to kind of man up, take control of your own business, you know, do the things that you're told to do a little bit, and just make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance to succeed.
And let's, Emma, let's have people understand and focus the fact that the co-owners, and we did an interview a couple of weeks back, they're doing the same thing, guys. They are going out, busting their humps to add new revenue to FutureNet, FutureAdPro, in the form of new advertisers. They're doing sponsoring. They're really, guess what, building their brand. And that's what you want to do too. Understand that every time you put up a post or every time you put up a link, peg, okay, for you building your brand. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to be known as someone who just pushes a program every single time? And when people interact with you, the first thing that you do is spam your link? Not me, but that doesn't mean that people don't ask about the businesses we're in. Obviously, that's part of what we're doing. We are in business, and business is about making money. But the thing is that someone contacts you and the first thing you do is spam the link, then that's going to turn them off also. Guess what? You're probably not getting a lot of contacts right now because all you're doing is spamming your link. We're not saying you can't do it. We're just saying look at it just like FutureNet is looking at it, okay? What they did is they created the audience. Now over 300,000 members, okay, paid members, okay? And they were very strategic about getting that audience to allow them to do other things. Now they can go out to advertisers like they're doing, seeing that and saying, listen, we have 300,000 paid members. So wouldn't you like to get your offer in front of these people? This is the cost. And as they bring in some of those name brands and you're seeing them, that elevates them to do what? Be able to present the fact that they already have some of these name brands to other advertisers. And the thing goes on and on. So if you're not looking at, yep, go ahead.
The thing is as well that they need to make sure that if people are engaging with them on their posts and liking and commenting, the amount of times that I open a conversation with somebody and they're almost waiting for the link to come. They're always almost like, why is this person? Because it can be as simple as me just messaging and saying, hi, I noticed you've put like a few of my posts or you've commented on them, haven't connected with you before, just really wanted to say thank you. I spend a lot of time writing my posts, so it really is appreciated. And then they come back and they say, oh, no worries, Emma, I really enjoy your post. And you can tell they're waiting. They're just waiting for you to send 3 messages. They're waiting for it. They're waiting to close you down. And I don't. I say, oh, you know, I'm going to pick the kids up now, or I've got loads on. I just wanted to touch base and say hi and just say thank you. And it's just as simple as that. It's not always about pitching, guys. It's about getting to know who's following you and who you're connecting with. I've made so many friends and learned so many amazing things just by talking to people. And it's not always just about two messages and then spamming your link at them, because there's no quicker way.
But Emma, it is always about marketing. See, there's a difference between marketing and selling. All right. And so what we're saying is, absolutely, the idea is you want to make a connection. You want to close the gap. Okay. You want to close the gap. And part of that is using the system that you already have. If you're already a member and part of the matrix, let's go into the marketing part, which is helping to build your brand. Utilizing these tools inside of FutureNet that you paid for, then the only person to blame is yourself. So we're going to take time now, and we're going to actually, guess what? Teach you. We've already learned. We're implementing. Now we're going to teach. And we expect you to do the same thing. So sit back, learn, and then we want you to start implementing. Because what we're finding time and time again is the more information we give people, people basically are getting frustrated, not because we're not giving them the information to do it. They're just not getting off their ass and going and doing it. So Emma is going to share what we've been playing around with for the last week or so. And as we said, we'll start to do more and more of it, and we're going to share that. Okay, but not on a program like this. In the future, this program will be strictly a sales, okay, and marketing program that you can leverage to get more people into FutureNet. But This is different. We're letting you know, again, we're rebranding, rethinking and all. And so you should be doing the same thing. So Emma, let's go right into the momentum system, which is actually pretty fantastic, especially for those out there who maybe can't afford Power Lead System and some of these other, you know, marketing programs and tools, okay, that a lot of us use, and they are very good, okay? Paid for things, start to learn to use them. So Emma, let's go into the momentum system.
So what you probably don't realize, guys, is that when you signed up to FutureNet and you bought your $10 matrix, you got media points. Now, we all know that we get media points, but if you have filled out your profile properly, and if you have bought that first $10 level, you have enough to buy the momentum. It may even be just if you fill out your profile. It's a while since I filled mine out. I need to go back and check. But most definitely, if you're at the $10 level, you have enough media points to buy your momentum system. And what that means is that you can set up a lead capture page, you can set up auto responders out, that link out on Facebook. People can put in there, when you've crafted a story and a post, you can pop that link under there and people can pop their email in and obviously continue to get an autoresponder. Now, it does take a few minutes to set up. It's not difficult at all. I'll show you mine and then I'll try and create another one. I have already set one up. I'm sure most of you have seen over the last few weeks that I've been using it myself, because my point of view is that I really want to start using all these things and testing them out so that I can teach them to you. The products are incredible, so there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be using them, guys. So if my internet will work, there we go. So this is my momentum system. As I said, I will take you through and I will show you how to set one up in a moment. But this basically, when you pop your link, this link underneath a post in Facebook, or when you pop it in the back of one of the traffic exchanges that we use, or when you pop it in the back of anywhere else that you use. I know people are using a variety of things. So when you use that, they will come through to this. When you're buying solo ads, when you're doing anything like that, if you use this link, they will come through to here. They can pop their email address in there and press join. And then they will get an autoresponder that will send them out emails over the next, I believe it's 7 days that we can set it up for. So if I just pop back a minute, so that's what it looks like. That's the page that they'll arrive to. What you see when you come into the momentum system is you will see templates. Now you can choose template without a video or template with a video. I chose template without a video because at the time when I was setting it up, I hadn't done a video recently, so I didn't want to put one of my videos in. I do believe that there are some videos that you can use of FutureNet's, but it's one of those things that we're going to have to play with the different templates. I've used a couple of the templates. I've used this one just here, and I've used the one at the bottom, but we really need to be doing that, using that. So you simply click on your template and decide what exactly, which one you want, and then you select a domain name. So you need, I chose My Power Team. This was the domain name I chose when I originally set mine up. So you choose a name, any name that you want, and you pop that in. Now it needs obviously to be something that's business related, team building related, income related. It's no good calling it Emma Charles, because it would be Emma Charles / Mayon. It would look ridiculous. Nobody would ever, nobody would ever get what you were doing. So just try and make it applicable to business. And then you need to just pop in, you need to write a slogan for yourself. So all of these are empty. You can either choose one from the drop down system here. They do give you that option. It's better if you write your own. So pop your own slogan in there. Then you need to write the button. So this button here, the thing that is going to send them, you get the option of what you want that to say. Now I've said join, I can change it. There is a drop down here that you can choose again, or you can write your own in there. And then you choose a language. Now, we all know that we've got people from all over, from everywhere in here. So you can choose English, German, Russian. You can choose a whole host of different languages to do this in. So it means that if you are bilingual, or if you are targeting people in different countries, then you can change the default language so that you can specifically target those countries, which is absolutely amazing. And then you just pop your email button in the bottom, email address in the bottom. And then you simply press save and next. Now, the screen you're going to come through to next is your autoresponder. So these are the emails that are in the background. They're the follow-up emails. So the prospect, the person you've been talking to, has filled in their email address and pressed join or click here or whatever it is that you've put on your button, and they are then going to go through to a page in the background that gives the option for them to join up, that gives them a video about FutureNet, that just tells them a little bit more information about the company. Immediately, they may sign up there and then, but if they don't and they click off of the system and they go away to think about it or to deal with dogs that are causing chaos or children that are causing chaos, over the next few days they will receive some emails in their email address. So guys, is you need to go through here and amend them, because I absolutely love FutureNet, but some of the promotional material is obviously written by people that don't have English as their first language. So we do need to make sure that you're reading through these autoresponders in the back and making them personal to you and making sure that they make sense and they fit your personality and the kind of people that you want to attract. So it's quite simple. You literally press.
Emma?
Yeah.
Let us go in and from a marketing experience standpoint, the reason you also want to personalize the emails is because if everyone is sending the same email, the odds of that going into the spam folder or promotion extremely high, because again, that's what all these programs, Gmail, etc., are picking up on, is all the same verbiage. So again, it is your business, so take time. And as Emma said, again, it's not their first language. So you want this message to come from you, even though it's going through FutureNet servers, because it's going to be the impression. So part of what we'll also talk about also, we're going to start experimenting with and teaching people, is the reason they have the templates they have with the video to how to do what's called a bridge video, where you're actually going to introduce yourself right off the bat. And you're going to essentially sell your experience with FutureNet in that opening video. Now, a lot of you are already cringing, I see that, but we're going to be teaching that. We're going to be teaching you how to basically write out your bullet points, how to cover those and cover them well and get across your personality in about 60 seconds. And that's all part of this new training, because you're going to...
Yeah, let's just clarify, you're going to be doing that. I can teach them how to write. You're the man for videos, Bigg.
Right.
I need to learn that myself.
Right. But what I'm saying is they have so many templates. We're going to be experimenting with all of those, but it still comes down to, okay, this is a system, especially if you've already filled out your profile, if you bought into the $10 tree, the $25 tree, that's what you were purchasing, is all of these tools to market yourself and then in turn market FutureNet, FutureAdPro. So continue, and it's really good stuff.
Yeah, so all you are trying to do, the other thing is as well, is that you don't want to annoy people. If people are seeing the same email over and over and over again, never mind Google getting annoyed with it, I get really annoyed with it when I just see 20 people that have copy and pasted the same follow-up, and it drives me absolutely insane. So we just do need to really work a little bit on personalizing it. Doesn't take long to do, and if you do have massive issues, then let us know, and we can certainly do hangouts and teaching you to write these sort of things, or point you in the direction of places where you can start to look at swipes and see how swipes are put together, see how follow-up emails are put together, and really start to learn the tricks of the trade. So have an email go out to the person on day 1 and on day 2 and on day 3, day 4, Day 5. I mean, you choose. You can, if you wanted to stop it at day 5, you can stop it at day 5. I've stopped it at day 7 for this purpose. But I would hope by that point that they would be in by there. It does sometimes take a little time. I know that it can be sort of 2 or 3 weeks. I know that from my Power Lead system and from the FutureNet funnels that we've had before, from the Prime funnel, that people have joined up 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks after. So it's really about what's working and what's right for you. And this is something I'm going to continue to play with. But it's just something that I've been putting together and using the last few weeks, just so that we can start to use the things that we're meant to be using. We can start to help you guys out who maybe are at a different situation that we're in, and just want to go back to basics and really start to market your business from the ground up and do it from a position of having absolutely zero cash. Really, you can do this from for very, very little. You've put in your autoresponder posts, you just fill in a few basic contact details, anything that you want them to know. Really, you don't have to put all this information in. I tend to put my information in. People do like to know that it's a real person. They do like to, you know, people do, unfortunately, they will phone you sometimes, but I have a business phone, so I can turn mine off, and I don't have to talk to anybody that I don't want to talk to. So I'm quite happy to have my business phone number on there. But then you just publish it. And it's as simple as that, really. You can then use this domain, and like I say, if you pop in your, let me put in my Emma at charlessupplies.com. So this is what a customer would do, or a prospect would do. So they would, as you've seen in other things, they'd pop in the code, and then this is what it will take them to. It will take them to the back office. It'll say, welcome to the Momentum system. It gives information, videos and information about the company, how to start, saying that you can personalize from buying £10 worth of product. That's your £10 worth of media points. That we start to realize this, guys, you're getting an awful lot that we're just not using, and we need to start to use it. All the features, and then obviously register now, and so that they can then sign up. So it's a really powerful tool, and we really should be getting to grips with using this, because it'll change your business. It'll absolutely change your business if you start to use just some of these bits and pieces in your everyday marketing practices.
So what Emma's trying to say, and what we're both trying to say, is that the tools are already there. As you saw on the back end, they already have the sales videos once the person opt in. So what you're trying to do is close that gap. Everything that we've talked about so far in the post, and how you put posts together, and how you personalize it, how you weave a story, to the Momentum system itself. The templates are there. You can simply go with the template. And I brought up the video is because what better way to close the gap, okay? And you're going to talk about the fact that FutureNet is a social media platform. What better way to close the gap than be social? Introduce yourself right off the bat. Yeah, you're guilty, Emma. You're guilty. We're gonna get Emma doing a video here when we start, like I said, the training. And this is all to have you guys understand that it is a fantastic platform, but it is all about marketing and branding you.
Mm-hmm.
On the
and
back side,
I know for a fact that if I use the video template, I know for a fact that these statistics would be a heck of a lot different. But I just haven't done it yet, and I really must do it. It's been so crazy here, and everybody knows, I'm actually quite nervous in front of a camera. That's why I talk a lot. I'm okay, and I'm, I need a wingman. I'm really uncomfortable doing solo things. I find it really, really difficult, really challenging, and it's something that I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone with, and starting to do a lot more. But I feel your pain. I know exactly how you're feeling, because I'm still at the beginning of this process myself. I'm moving on. I wouldn't say I was a beginner anymore. I'm definitely moving on, but there are still things that I just have to and get over, because it's difficult. It's really difficult to start, but you just have to do it. You have to take the steps, and we'll all do it together. So
one of the things, Emma, if you go back to your other screen, let's just highlight some of the other tools that are available when you bought into the tree. Now, the reason we love this is if you just fill out your profile, okay, as a free member, you're going to get 1,000 media points, which gives you the ability to use the momentum system and all. That's what we're saying. People are so hung up on the commission that they're forgetting what you're actually purchasing. And it's all about, again, building a business, building a brand. And you do that by personalizing it. Let the system on the back end sell people with those videos when they opt in. The autoresponder emails, personalize those, but it's always going to drive them back to the sales videos. Let the sales videos do the selling. You're going to do the introducing. And the easiest way to close that gap, okay, is for people to go, oh, this is a real person. I'm telling you from experience. That's why you guys see me do videos every single day. In fact, I got to shoot another one today. People just want to connect with real people. They want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. Does that mean everyone out there is going to like you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you break down that barrier of trust, okay, that wall that's there, people who just are putting their links out there, by slowly chipping away because they see you on a regular basis. If you're not ready and willing to do a video, then what we're going to suggest, and we'll go all through this training, in the follow-up email, the first email that comes out as soon as someone opts in, you should be sending an email from your personal email with at least a picture of you, okay, you and your wife, you and your husband, whatever, etc., and a little short story, and we'll start to share that as well, how you write that little short story that weaves in who you are, that you're happy that they opted in, and all you're doing, it's just an introduction, has no links, nothing. It's just you're reaching out to them, and that does not come from the autoresponder. That comes from you going and getting that email that they put in, okay, personal email, and sending it directly from you. And you'll mention over the next number of days or weeks, I'm going to be sending you follow-up emails. But the bulk of it is all about your story. And we'll teach, again, a lot of you how to write that story. And that story eventually, even if you just do a picture, is what's going to carry over and be your video bridge. All right? So be on the lookout. That's what we're doing. All we're trying to do is have you understand that FutureNet is nothing more than, guess what, a social media platform, a tool for you to leverage your other businesses. So Emma, why don't we go into just some of the other tools that we'll be talking about in the future in leveraging and branding for people, especially those.
Yeah, well, this is the next one that I'm going to explore for you guys. This one obviously is going to take a little bit longer, but they do have a blog. So you can start to write a blog, start to brand yourself. If you are a little bit creative and you like writing, or even if you just like, it could be anything. It could be that you have a dog and do dog shows and you put pictures of your dog and write about where you've been and what you've been doing. It could be anything that's going to start to brand you and tell a story about you and get people to know you and like who you are. So that's the next thing I'm going to be playing with. And then I do want to start looking at the video mails as well, because I think they'll be absolutely incredible for us. I know that they do almost like a virtual postcard, so you can put in pictures, you can put in videos, you can do all sorts of incredible things. So those are the next two that I'm going to be concentrating on. Then they also have, and then they also have Video Cloud.
And you see where this is going. We're going to basically teach you the baby steps, but eventually, kicking and screaming, you're going to have to do video, okay? You're going to have to do video, and that tool there at the bottom that Emma just shared with you, it will be a fantastic way for you to do updates and follow-ups. And again, because it's a social media platform, it doesn't have to be about business. You're seeing Emma do and myself and all like that is in the videos, we're sharing stories, whether it be, and again, riding or getting back or that type of thing. But you want to weave, again, in that update or whatever it may be, if you're somewhere, some type of connection to a lesson or something so that stands out. But it's not about your business, but it really is based on how you weave that story. You're going to be sharing with people more and more, especially when you start utilizing that video follow-up email, because that's a perfect opportunity for you to, guess what, put yourself in front of people. And if those people are already on your list, there's no need for you to direct sell those people. All you're doing is, guess what we've talked about from the beginning. You're slowly but surely branding yourself and expanding your brand. And we'll talk more about that, about how you do that, so you're not so into people's face. But as Emma said, she and I, when people reach out to us, okay, they're waiting for that link. They're waiting for that link because something has interested them somewhere along the way, et cetera, et cetera. And the way you get that interest is what we're talking about. LIT, learn, implement, and then you teach. And when you teach, others will start to reach out to you also. And the benefit on the back end is what Emma's talking about. You get out of your comfort zone to do these things, but guess what? More people want to work with you because they know that you're going to help them, that you're not just a commission. And Emma and I basically made an agreement a month ago that we're going to revitalize this group because we truly believe strongly in FutureNet and FutureAdPro. And so we're going to be asking you all to do things that you're not comfortable with, but we're doing it because we know that if you do, you're going to start to see results from a program that a lot of you may have already given up on. And we didn't want that to be the case, right, Emma?
No, and the thing is, I mean, it's been incredible, really. The last sort of couple of weeks since we made that conscious decision to kick the backside out of FutureNet again, I've noticed things picking up. I mean, I've signed new people. Obviously, I've been marketing more, but not just that. You know, some of the friends bonuses and things have picked up again because there's lots going on in the company. There is an awful lot going on in the company. They're doing it exactly the right way. They're branding themselves, they're promoting in the right places, they're developing the right products and the right systems. So the company is moving forward, and I certainly don't want to miss out on that. And I know that I've had a few things over the last weeks, because we do spend an awful lot of time and an awful lot of effort in you guys, and you may not necessarily be our downlines, you may not necessarily be part of our team, and it can be quite challenging because we do spend an awful lot of time helping you guys out. But at the end of the day, we are a team, and it's not important who your sponsor is, how you got here, where you've come from, if you decided you were going to give up and then you've decided to come back and revisit it, if you've powered through all the way along but found you're struggling, or if you've absolutely flown. There's a place for everybody, and you know, as a team, we can all help each other out, and we can all make sure that we don't leave any men behind. I don't like leaving men behind. It's not really in my nature. So we're going to carry you all kicking and screaming whether you like it or not.
So let's do this, Emma. Let's just quickly share. My mouse doesn't seem to be working. If you want to share your FutureAdPro, one of the things that we want you to know is when you're signed up with FutureNet, you automatically have the ability to also sign up with FutureAdPro. And the truth is, we really think that FutureAdPro, by most people, is sold the wrong way. They're selling it as a revenue sharing, you know, but really it is just another traffic source. You purchase advertising packages to get in front of other people, and you want to leverage, and it's all about traffic. You want to leverage to your offers. So whether we're talking about Power Lead System, whether we're talking about leased ad space or any other programs, when we look at those programs, a lot of the times, is this a way to get our message in front of people? And again, Power Lead System allows you to build these funnels in order to do it with a follow-up and all like that. So it is a perfect tool. Can afford it. Therefore, we're highlighting once again, if you've already paid into the Matrix system in FutureNet, you have a momentum system, which is, guess what? A landing page builder, follow-up to at least start marketing your business directly. On the other side of it, if you want to take advantage of FutureAdPro, those are all people, guess what, that are purchasing advertising that basically have to click on 10 ads per day. And more than likely, okay, they are very marketing oriented themselves. And so you're getting your offer in front of people that, guess what, okay, have to, based on the system, click, but also are open. Both Emma and I can track specifically many signups in the different programs we have. A lot of those different programs are geared toward leveraging FutureAdPro we could care less about that. To us, it's all about the traffic, getting eyeballs on our offers. So, for instance, another very low cost traffic source. Okay, and again, we're not saying that you have to do this program, but leased ad space is another way. And Emma's going to share basically. Okay, it's all about learning how to write the perfect copy in order to get those eyeballs to drive to other offers, and those other offers being traffic sources so that you can then put the money back into more traffic through FutureAdPro. That's the leverage part we talked about. So Emma, if you have your screen up, and again, that's why you see keep looking down. My battery must have died on my mouse here.
So, I mean, my FutureAdPro is obviously a lot different to some of the other guys. I've said time and time again, I'm at the beginning of my journey, so I'm building. But I'm finding that this, so the adverts in the back, if you look at the businesses that I promote, it very much goes round in a circle. What I don't want any of you guys doing is putting your FutureNet or FutureAdPro link in here, because I have seen it time and time and time again, and you are just promoting to people who are already in the system. It's a complete waste of time. So you need to make sure you get your butt out there and you find something to promote. It can be something that's free, it can be something that's minimal cost, it can be a high ticket, it can be whatever you're in, whatever you're interested in doing. But you need to make sure that you're promoting something, because this is it's a traffic site, it's a promotion site. You need to be making sure that you have multiple streams of income and that you are making a loop. Things that you can advertise FutureAdPro and FutureNet on and get leads and referrals back to here. You can send people from here to the opportunities that you've got. So it's really, really important that we start to get smart and use this wisely, guys.
So let's look at an example, because one of the things in FutureAdPro, all right, again, once you sign up in FutureNet, you automatically have the ability to also go into FutureAdPro, and it is an advertising platform. You're purchasing advertising to get in front of people's eyeballs. Any profit or revenue share, that's all gravy. Again, many of you have heard me say it before. The real beauty of the system, okay, the biscuits, if you will, is the traffic. It's the advertising. And so what Emma said, and again, Emma, I wouldn't be remiss in saying this. This is what you've learned over the last number of months, is it not? By hanging around with people like myself and other people, who keep saying traffic, traffic, traffic.
Yeah, and if you look at this, guys, I've got 477 people in this advert alone, 477 people who have gone and clicked through and gone onto this opportunity. And I have had, it's been, unbelievable the responses you get. I've had signups from all of these, and I know, because I have Power Lead System, and I can click on the contact and see exactly where my leads are coming from. And I have had from FutureAdPro, from Leased Ad Space, for SBC. I've had signups for everywhere, and I've had them from those programs too. So it's really about being smart and making sure that your programs are linking up and that they're feeding each other, and you're making a continual traffic stream and you're making a continual income stream for yourself. And so that if something does disappear, or if you fall out of love with it and you decide you want to move on, if the regulation changes and you decide it's not for you anymore, that you've got other things in your arsenal, so that you're not kind of left with again, because I don't ever want to be building from scratch again. It's too hard at the beginning.
Exactly, but it comes down to traffic, and utilizing the sources. And FutureAdPro, again, a lot of you out there, I don't know how to write ad copy and all. We're going to cover a lot of that again on those private Q&A sessions. What it really comes down to is what Emma said. Okay, you can't go in with the shotgun approach, going, "Oh, let me try this offer. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try this offer." What you've really got to do is look at basically a cohesive brand of programs that complement each other, and the majority of them should be all about driving traffic to the other traffic source, and then then you have your major system that helps drive additional revenue. And once you teach people that, That's why we love FutureNet and FutureAdPro so much, is because they integrated that. All right. But if all you're doing is concentrating on that without leveraging complementary programs into that, then you don't have a business.
Yeah, you're missing a massive trick.
Right. And that's what we're talking about. So what we'll do is in FutureAdPro, we'll also go into detail, but it's all about writing copy. It's all about testing headlines. It's all about, and as Emma said, you can track all this. You can track all this based on the URL link that you put in. And the same thing goes back to FutureNet. Okay, when you build that landing page to the momentum system, you create those different URLs so that you can track. It's all about traffic. It's all about integrating your programs. So you need to start getting very focused on personalizing, all right, your brand, learning to implement the tools that you already have. So many people out there, okay, because they don't see instant results by spamming their link and all, they come to us all the time and say, no one's interested in this program or that program, or I can't get people into FutureNet or FutureAdPro. And Emma is sitting there going, but we are. But it's because the approach is different, all right?
Yeah.
The approach is different. And we're going to start. Yep.
Sometimes you just have to admit as well. I mean, sometimes you just have to admit as well. It's you don't know everything. You have to ask. I mean, I'm always asking the likes of Bigg, Rob. I mean, I'm always asking questions. But you have to, Bigg.
She is.
I mean, there's always somebody who knows less. There's always somebody who knows less than you. You're never the newest person on the block. There's always somebody who knows less than you, and there's always somebody that knows more than you. So, you know, it's a learning process. It's a learning process.
Right. And again, this program and the way that we're going to be working with the group and going forward is all because of the feedback that we got from you. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing people kept saying is, how are you guys leveraging? That's the key word, leveraging FutureNet and FutureAdPro. And we're going to start to teach more and more of that, but not in this particular format. Again, we're still going to do the show. It's going to be rebranded to the Future Biz Op, okay, show. And we're going to basically talk about FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and the leveraging and getting people, helping you get people into FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and basically sharing that they can leverage those for what they are. Those two were built specifically, guess what? As a social media platform and as an advertising platform.
And we may use other programs. I mean, I know the guys have all been in a lot of the guys have been in Leaders League. So maybe you'll see us drifting into AWN if there's a little bit of, you know, content in there that we feel is relevant. Maybe we'll show you other programs that we feel, you know, may help you with writing copy, or there's lots of things that we've got at our disposal, and we just need to start making sure that people really understand exactly what they're doing and how to start making themselves successful and use, you know, as Bigg said, leveraging this and starting to make some real money. That's the thing. Yep.
So very soon you're going to see a couple of things. You're going to see the show reformatted, the branding reformatted for the group. Really, it's going to focus on leveraging FutureNet, FutureAdPro, and all your other businesses. And we're not saying that anything that we talk about in those trainings that you have to do or implement or be a part of. We're just going to be sharing everything that we're doing so that you can see how we're leveraging FutureNet and FutureAdPro. And so we thought it very important that the brand of the group and how it was presented all had to change also. So that's why we're moving toward, again, Future Biz Op, because FutureNet, FutureAdPro are the cogstone, okay, but business opportunities that go along and complement are what it's all about. So the group, the brand, all of that is going to be moving toward Future Biz Op, because that's what you should always be looking at. How do I leverage my business for future opportunities? Do they make sense? We're going to show you how you go about looking at those opportunities and whether or not they do make sense for you. Because again, many people move on to the next shiny object without truly understanding the power of the tool they already have in their arsenal. And we're telling you today, we've shared a lot with you, we're going to share a lot more, that FutureNet, FutureAdPro are extremely powerful, very well run company, very well focused, okay, on adding what they need to add, on positioning themselves the way they are from not only digital, but also to actual physical products, all types of things coming. All right. In fact, I'm going to be hanging out with Stefan in New York City here in another week and a half, and probably end up doing an interview with him in the city about these other things that are coming. And we can say that we're excited to get you reinvigorated for FutureNet and FutureAdPro, but it's not only about that. What we're trying to have you understand is that it's about leveraging those tools for your other businesses, but having you understand it all starts with personalization and branding. And if you don't have a plan going into that, you're going to continue to spin your wheels like you've been doing. And we don't want that. It would have been easy for Em and I to basically say, hey, we're doing well. The group has kind of just fall off the wayside. As we said, a lot of you are not our downline. You're not people that we signed up. But we truly, after going back and forth, said, you know what needs to be done? We've got to reinvigorate the group. We've got to give people what they're asking for, which is how do we leverage what I already have? And we're going to do that. Right, Emma?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter where you're starting from. It doesn't matter where you've been. This, starting next week, is a new group, a new brand, and a new opportunity to leverage what you already have and start to truly see results in FutureNet and FutureAdPro. So what we do is we hope that you'll join us. Don't be surprised. There'll be many announcements in the group on the rebranding. Again, the name Future will always be there because that's what we're all basically pushing for. You always got to basically be looking to the future in your business, but you don't do it to the detriment of the tools that you already have. And so on that note, Emma has been kind enough to share her back office when my mouse basically died here. And again, whether you have a boatload of advertising packages and credits like I do, you like Emma, we're going to teach you how to leverage, use those on those different Q&As.
And it's a really, really good lesson, actually, Bigg. It's a really good lesson because I don't have the most ad packs. I don't have 10 grand to put in my pocket and buy ad packs. Flat out, it's not going to happen. But I found a way to make FutureNet work for me, and it works perfectly for me. Be under no illusions. I get tons and bucket loads of sign-ups and people that I engage with that come from FutureNet and FutureAdPro. So it's just being smart and using what you've got. That's all there is to it.
That's the key word, I mean, hit the nail on the head, engage. If you are planning to grow your business and you're going to try to do it hands off, push button, I don't have time for this, then you're going to be sorely disappointed like you are. There is no way to have these follow-ups do all the work for you. And we're going to be teaching follow-ups. We're going to be teaching, again, as she said, the reason she puts her phone number in is to interact with people. The reason I put my Skype in is because I like to see people when I talk to them. You need to interact with people. They need to be able to talk to you. You can learn how to interact properly, okay, and watch your business skyrocket. As Emma said, all right, once she realized, all right, that traffic over here, traffic has to be automated over here, okay, that is traffic. But over here, she's going to spend the bulk of her time interacting with people. The traffic drives the people to talk to her. She's not looking for people to have automatic signups, all right? She's looking to drive traffic in order to engage with them more. And once you engage with people more, you get more signups. And that's the secret. And we're going to be sharing how we do it. We're going to be sharing all of that. But as I said, those will not be recorded sessions. We are still going to have a show, which is going to be very sales-oriented, very promotion-oriented about FutureNet and FutureAdPro to get people, guess what, signing up with you, get them to the show. We can explain all the details, all that type of stuff. But it's going to be ultimately up to you to engage with them, to help them figure out how they can leverage FutureNet, FutureAdPro. And the way you do it, again, go back to what I talked about. And Emma is a perfect student who's done this over the last number of months. Learn, implement, teach. And once you go through that and you start teaching people, skyrocket. Correct, Emma?
Yep. Yep, absolutely. And it's fun, guys. I love it. I love it. Honestly, I absolutely love what I do. I love what I
And
do. It's
and
amazing.
and on that note, this is coming from someone who was scared shitless when I first asked months ago for her to come on and be part of the presentation and all like that. And basically, all we said at the time to her is, "But you're going to start to learn, the business part of it, and it's going to be, crazy, frustrating, all that type of stuff. But in the end, if you truly want to help people, you do that by helping them. And the more people you help, ultimately, the more income you will make. And that's a promise. But if you're not a person out there, okay, that wants to put the time and the effort in to leveraging that, then you'll continue to struggle. And we don't want to see you do that. So, and we're going to flip the switch and turn this off, and we got to start rebranding the group.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Everyone, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on replay and you're like, what the hell was that all about? It is still about FutureNet, FutureAdPro, but it's about leveraging those tools, which are fantastic. It's about revitalizing the group so that you can take advantage and start to see not only your income grow, but your reach. And your reach grows by, guess what? Having more and more people actually be interested in what you have to say. And we're going to teach you how to do that. Ultimately, though, we can teach and teach and teach. But what we find is the people that have success, that grow their business, they actually implement what's being taught. And we want you to be one of those people. So we will catch you on the totally revamped show next week. In the interim, watch for the group updates on all the new Q&A sessions. Those will be limited to only 50 people, unfortunately. That's how it's going to work. But we're excited to get started. We're excited to start to see some success stories from people out there. And we're excited to have a lot of you start to step up once you have that success, to also in turn teach others to have that success as well. As always, it's your boy Big and the ever beautiful Emma, and we'll catch you on the next show. Take care.
Ciao.